All right, everyone. How about 3 cards and a bottom card with me? I don't know. Let's take a look here. I'm not sure on this one. It's almost an "is this you" sort of vibe to it. I don't think so. It's about an incoming energy coming at you on this pre-shuffle here. It's a King of Swords. I just tell you what it is. You decide. Who cares what the title of the reading is, right? 3 cards with me. Is this you? Hell, it might be a Schrodinger's cat. I don't know. We'll make this an all-in-one reading of some kind somehow. Anyway, I got an incoming energy here. I thought I'd pull one more reading today. Why not? Right? Why not? King of Swords on the surface, crossed by a Hangman, an 8 of Swords, a 5 of Wands, and an Empress. Somebody's underneath that, just for fun, is the Magician. It's sort of the start of a new journey. It's also kind of got a smoke and mirrors aspect to it. Somebody's coming off the fence about you. Can I put it that way? Somebody can't take it anymore. They've been thinking about you round and round and round. You got some kind of dispute with them maybe, and they keep playing it over in their head. It's keeping them up. It's bothering them. It interrupts their day. I don't know. It feels like that. This could be you. That's the "is this you" aspect. Roles can definitely be reversed here. Is there somebody living rent-free, fucking up in your mind, fucking up your day, right? You know, you're just out, you're having fun, and the moment you start to relax your mind a little bit, in it comes. It always, when you start to relax your mind, that's when it comes in. All right? It's a bit of that. Anyway, let's assume this is an incoming energy here. Somebody wants to talk to you. Right. Somebody's been hiding feelings for you, hiding their true intentions. Perhaps you've been hiding them for somebody else. I don't know. Roles can be reversed here. I'm not sure. Let's find out what's going on. I'm going to pull on the King of Swords, all of this, the Eight of Swords, and the Empress. Basically, is where the energies are coming from. All right, let's go. Let's see where we're at. Now, I said this is like hold on a minute. First, I have to do It's a general reading and may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, you found Steve's Love Chair, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you fucking find it, you're meant to find it. I'm not a fucking Time Lord. You're all moving at different speeds on your timeline. This might be future influence for you. So keep in mind, there's a lesson here somewhere. Now, I said this like an all-in-one thing. It's 3 cards with me. Yeah, it could be. We'll clarify, so it's more than that. But also it could be an "is this you?" because roles can be reversed. It might be. But also maybe a Schrodinger's cat. Because I think there's 2 separate energies here. They seem to split off. So it's not a true Schrodinger's cat reading, and I'm giving you 2 animals and you're picking. Just take which one resonates. I'm going to pull 2 sets of 3 cards. Okay? All on the topic of the pre-shuffle. You follow? So we got 1 pre-shuffle and 2 3-card pulls. Pick the one that resonates with you. All right? If neither one resonates with you, all right, then listen to them both, obviously. And remember them both, because it's definitely some kind of future influence here. I've never had this kind of thing happen in a reading before in all the years I've been out here, I don't think. Not off the top of my head. It's certainly not a common occurrence, right? So, it is what it is. It's one of those reasons where I have to mix the title, right? Reminds me of some guy I saw years ago in a guitar forum. He couldn't decide what username to pick or what his favorite band is, so his username was something like Arrow Kiss Floyd. You know, it's like he couldn't pick which band he liked and what he wanted to put in there. So he just sort of did that with it. This is like a 3-card "is you" Schrodinger, you know, something along those lines. I remember that guy. Can't decide? Just pick them all. Okay, fuck it. All right, here we go. First 3-card read. You ready? Bottom of the deck is the King of Wands. Somebody's being a dick here. All right? I don't know. Maybe, look, if this is an incoming, I hope it's not you. I don't want to call my viewers a dick, but you might be. Okay, but, I mean, I don't know. I can be a dick sometimes, too, so don't feel bad. It's fine. But for the incoming energy, it's somebody, again, they're living rent-free in your mind. You're having a day. The moment your mind gets quiet, you start to relax, it comes in and you get angry. You get mad a little bit at this person. That 5 of Wands from the pre-shuffle, right? Why? Because why are they the way they are? You're trying to figure out why. Why are they a Burger King? Why they got to have it their way? Why are they such a dick? Right? Or if roles are reversed and it's you, somebody's trying to figure that out about you. Okay? Hey, don't shoot the messenger. All right, all right, here we go. So first 3 card. Take the one that resonates. Could be both. Could be future influence. I don't fucking know. It's an Arrow Kiss Floyd reading. All right, here we go. 3 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles, and the Chariot. And I'm going to take, oh, fuck. Hey, you wish this person would go away. I'm going to take both of these 10 swords. And look at that. It's when you're quiet. When you're quiet, you're sitting in the woods with the sticks in your hair. That's you, the Queen of Pentacles. And then this fucker shows up when you're quiet. You're having a nice time. You're looking at your pentacle, right? Thinking about things, wise things. And here comes this. And you get mad and you wish it was, oh, I'm going to put, by the time you're done, you've put 10, you're not even the least bit murdery. Not even the least bit. You're a nice person and you're putting in your mind 10 swords in this person. And I hope the owl eats him. You know, I mean, oh my God. What the fuck is with you? Okay, calm. I'm going to help you if this is you. Okay, all right. And then we can shuffle again. And I'll pull the next one and then we'll talk. I've already kind of talked about this, but we'll get there. We talked about the base energy anyway. All right. Just let me pull the next one. Okay. Wow. Take it easy. I can dig it though. I've been there. I know what you. I know. I can dig it. And you might even feel guilty off of that. I got a little bit of guilt in that. Not here in that 10 swords. A little bit. You might afterward. I know if you got somebody like this and you imagine a bus hitting them, it feels good when you don't want to admit it, but it feels good when the bus hits them in your mind. You're like, yeah. And then afterward, because you are a good person, you are high vibration, you feel bad about that, right? You're like, oh, I don't want to manifest that. Relax, you're not manifesting it. It's all in your head. Manifesting requires some soul energy, some feeling, all right? You're fine. Just don't play it out too far and you'll be okay. It's okay. We all go there. I know it can feel good when the bus hits that motherfucker. You know, then you feel bad about it. I got you. All right. Next one. I said the energy splits off. You think of a flux capacitor, right? One up, it's like a Y, right? One up and 2 off. That's what I've got here. I've got a flux capacitor as far as the energy. That's what it's doing. All right, I'm at the end of it, and then one of you is over here, and one of you is over here. You could be both. It could be future influence. Either way, we all get to this point at some point. I mean, this, you know. Anyway, next 3 card. I'm sorry for all the shuffling, but you want me to be accurate, right? You don't just want me to be willy-nilly some shit. All right, 4 cups at the bottom here. You're a bit more melancholy in this. Yeah, I'm right. Yeah, 4 cups and 5 cups together. Wow, for these cards, you know, when you buy a deck brand new, they're all together, right? All the suits are together and then they're in order within the suit. I mean, this is, how many times have we shuffled? This is my witch deck. I mean, how many times have we shuffled this thing? 10, 20, 30,000, I don't know. I mean, it's crazy that these two came together again. There's a bit of a melancholy here. There's a bit of a, you want to lose somebody, but you don't want to lose somebody. Did I do something wrong? You're questioning yourself here a little bit with this, okay? You're questioning yourself, or somebody attached to you is. Again, roles can be reversed. It's the is this you, Schrodinger's cat 3 card with me reading, okay? Weird fucking thing. But anyway, the Arrow Kiss Floyd reading. Anyway, here we go. Let's see where we go. 8 Pentacles. 4 Swords. 7 Wands. I'm going to read this as an incoming energy. I'm going to read both of these as an incoming energy. Although, technically speaking, this is probably more the way I read it. In the case of somebody's really pissed you off. This is more you. And this is more somebody attached to you. Okay, somebody's very, very sad that nothing ever happened. between you guys. And you're living rent-free in their head, and they do get a little crazy with it. They get defensive about it. They try to forget it, and then the moment they try to forget it, it comes back, and then they try to fight it off. And somebody's living a feedback loop here. You're living a feedback loop with this person. The moment you fucking relax, right? Oh, I didn't take the Queen of Pentacles. Anyway, there was a Queen of Pentacles under here. The moment you try to relax, this person pops back in and you wish they were gone. It's more intense. This is much more intense, all right? So you're thinking maybe you should give to it, or maybe you should try something new and move in a new direction. I don't know. I've got somebody coming towards you. I've got this energy showing up. I mean, I'll just be straight with you. This energy, it drives you nuts. This person pisses you off, but they're showing up. You've got a chance to move in a new direction with this person, or at least take care of some unfinished business with them. I suggest you do, but I don't want you to feel guilty about, because this can drift into hate at some point. I mean, this person really rattles you, whoever this is. You know, and you try, I can dig it. I don't want you to feel bad. I just want you to contribute here. Say how you feel. And in fact, the energy, as I talked about an energy weather update earlier, is kind of conducive to that right now. You can say some shit and things will go your way. We'll clarify a couple of these. Now, over here in the baseline, this is definitely somebody attached to you who feels bad. They feel horrible, and they don't want to feel horrible. They feel like, I think it's somebody who feels like there may have been love here with this Queen of Cups, my desert queen in this case, but they did what they had to do. It's a reliable energy. It's the Knight of Pentacles. He does what he has to do. They did what they had to do. Somebody had to cut you out, but they didn't want to. Can I phrase it that way? Okay, somebody had to cut you out, but they didn't want to. I'm going to take all of those out. It's a very powerful, this is a very powerful soul connection with the Hermit underneath all of that. Okay? So, and that's a 10 swords and a Knight and a King of Wands. Try to imagine a Queen of Pentacles there too. I should have taken that. Okay, let's clarify. Okay? So, in a way they're separate, and in a way they tie together. Here's what I think for most of you. All right, I'll help you out a little bit. He's like, Steve, I don't know. I can kind of see that one, and I can kind of see that. I get you. I think it's both. I don't think it's as much as Schrodinger's cat. I think it's more a situation of this is you and this is them. It's a you versus them kind of thing. Somebody really upsets you. You wish you could go in another direction. And in fact, you're damn determined to leave this behind. But this energy is determined to come find you and fix this. This energy cannot get rid of you either. But on the other side, this energy, this King of Wands, feels bad that nothing ever happened between you, with whatever went down. They try to distract themselves, but again, they can't. It comes back and they get very angry. I think somebody here, you might want to even think about this as right before an 8 of Wands, okay? We've got a 4 of Cups and a 5 of Cups together. That's symbolic of this 7 of Wands being tied to the way I feel at communication. Somebody might show up and get very defensive. First, let's talk about your desire to move in another direction. All right? Because all indicator is your thinking here is that even if you try to give to this with the 6 of Pentacles there, right, the other person's not going to understand what you're saying. You know, it's true on some level. Whether it's the rule of thumb, whether it's IQ or EQ, whichever. If there's a 50-point difference, it's hard to communicate with the other person. So in other words, if it's IQ or EQ, if yours is like 150 and theirs is like 100, it's very difficult to communicate. For you, it seems like you're talking to children or Charlie Brown's teacher. Wah, 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 wah. That's, you know, they don't take in what you're saying, you know. So it's a bit of that. I'm using that as an example. It's a bit of that. I get it. But you're very determined to move in a new direction. And let's see if that's a good idea or a bad idea. I think the energy is saying you'd be wise to talk to this person because I think they're coming your way for a conversation, but they're going to be a little defensive. A little bit. We'll get there. This person feels, this King of Wands, this dick, right, feels very bad. Very, very bad. Very bad. That they didn't do anything, that nothing happened, that they had their shot. They feel like their excuse maybe it's an excuse. They did what they had to do. Had to leave the Queen of Cups empty. right? Desert queen. I don't even see the water off in the background. That's all that comes in. Cloudy day, empty cup, gray clouds there. Did what they had to do. That's the excuse they make. I don't think that's true. That's the problem I'm having, and that's where the defensive, if you do what you have to do, if you truly do, then you're okay with it. Then that's something you can, I did the best I could. I did what I had to do. You move on. You leave it behind. You take the lesson from it, and you move forward. You don't stay here combative about it, having it come back and having to distract yourself. And then, no. So this person's full of shit. It's fine, but you're determined to not even bother with this. You're like, oh, if Steve's saying they're coming toward me, I'm out. I'm out. I'm gonna find something. I can dig it. I can dig it. I'm with you. I got you. All right. But I'm pulling on the chariot right now, right here. So let's do that. And I'm sticking with the witches. We're gonna pull the shit out of the witches right now. All right. Let's see where we go. That's my theme song. Yeah. Like a bat out of hell. It really is. It's right here. It's the Knight of Wands. Like a bat out of hell. You're like, I'm out of here. You can't. It's like this is an in and out energy. All right. I'm telling you, you've got a showdown coming. Unfinished business. It comes up. It came up in a recent extended. I mentioned it in the energy weather update I did earlier. The energy is shifting, and it's almost it's just a way to describe it. It's not letting us take unfinished business with us. You don't get to bring it with you and finish it on the way. This is an in and out energy. This is my prison yard energy, where I'm out of here. Woohoo! I'm running, and you don't realize there's a fence 100 yards down the way. You're not going anywhere. You know, it's that kind of a thing. Even if you can't see the fence, it's there. Right? So I don't think you can escape this. I think you're going to boomerang. There's a boomerang energy. You're going to boomerang right back. What's on top? Interesting. There it is. It came back. It had to. It had to show up here. It had to. Otherwise, I read it all wrong. Here it is. It's right here. Why are you so determined to take off in a new direction? Like a bat out of hell. Why? Because look at you. Because my life is peaceful. This is bringing drama. This guy is bringing drama. You don't want that. You're sitting in the woods with a pentacle. That pentacle picks up Steve's Love Tarot, by the way. You got YouTube on that pentacle right there. Right? You got sticks in your hair and a beautiful little throne. You're sitting outside. It's nice. You don't want the drama. I don't blame you. I don't like drama either. But we can't bring the anger that we have. We can't keep relaxing in the woods. And then this person pops in, and all of a sudden we throwing them in front of buses, hoping that owl eats them. Here's 10 swords in you, kicking them in the stomach. Oh, God, what the hell? You can't live like that. All right, you can't. You can't take that with you into the beautiful new energy we're moving into. It's brand new energy, right? It's like you buy a brand new car, right? And you go and pick up your friend, and they're all muddy and shit, and they get in and sit in your new car. You can't have that. What the hell? It's brand new. Still got the new car smell. And Pig Pan gets in it. What the hell? You don't want to bring that forward. All right. What's going on here? You don't take the junk out of your old car and move it into the new one. Oh, all these empty cups. Let's take it and throw it in the new one. We don't do that. You're going to have a little drama here. I know you don't want it. I can dig it. I feel that. That's wonderful. It's a good place to watch Steve's Love Tarot in the woods. I got you. Naked. Probably. It'd be good. But either way, whatever. Why is that here? The Knight of Cups. You don't want the drama. You just want love. You want something good. But Steve, it feels good to put 10 swords in this fucker. And I feel guilty about that. And I know I should do something. And you're picking up on their frustration on their side. They feel bad. But they're making the excuse that they did what they had to do. They did what they had to do, but then they just try to do whatever that is, and that was bullshit. They didn't do what they had to do. They actually did what they shouldn't have done, right? And that's why they get defensive, and you pick up on this, and it ruins your day in the woods anyway. So you might as well deal with it, because it's obviously ruining your day in the woods if it keeps coming here, right? If you keep putting 10 swords in them, you keep smiling when that bus hits them, imagining in your head, right? Done deal. I know you want this. You don't get this until we deal with this. This energy, these new cycles are not letting unfinished business come in. Right? I don't know how else to phrase it. You don't take the garbage from an old car and move it to a new one. The empty cups and the dirty fast food wrappers. No, you leave them in the old one when you turn it in. All right, here we go. Let's pull on this fucker. 7 of Wands. That's all I need. That's all I need here. I've said what I need to say. I'm on your side. I get it. I'm pretty sure this is you and this is them. I could be, again, roles can still be reversed. This can be you and that can be them. I don't know. I don't think so. But, for 1 or 2 people watching, I suppose I could have it backwards. It is possible. Wow. 7 of Wands. It feels like an 8 of Wands to me. It feels like a real prick 8 of Wands. A conversation with somebody who's just being prickly. If you did what you had to do, then why are you so prickly? Why? You didn't do what you had to do. And you know that they didn't do what they had to do. They did what they shouldn't have done. Right? Maybe they chose you over work. They chose you over something panically. Whatever it is. Or a belief. Practical. Right? I mean, this could be a relative. This could be a parent you're mad at. There's lots of people right now, you go out on the Reddit boards who aren't even speaking to their parents because of differing political views. This can be that. It can drive you crazy. Why are they back at that person? Why? Whatever. Whoever that person is. Whatever. It's enough to drive you crazy. Somebody ditched you. Somebody chose something practical over you. Right? I mean, that's the way a lot of those people feel. It could be that. But for most of you, this is a deeper love thing. It's probably a runner of some kind or an ex of some kind. You don't want to take baggage. Same applies. Whether it's junk from an old car, putting it in a new car, you don't want to take baggage from an ex relationship into a new one. The new guy or new girl doesn't want to hear about the old one. They don't care what Ron did. Well, Ron used to turn me over sideways. Well, Ron can go fuck himself. What the fuck? If Ron's so great, why don't you go back to Ron then? Well, no, Ron's an asshole. Well, then shut the fuck up about Ron. I don't know what else to tell you. That's what's here. Anyway, Ron down here, male or female, it could be, that's one of those androgynous names. It could go either way. Ronnie, right? That could be a girl. I used to know a girl named Ronnie. Anyway, at the end of the day here, I did what I had to do. No, they're being defensive. I'm reading the energy as I shuffle. The cards don't fucking matter. I've already read it. I'm just curious about this 7 Wands. I said 7 Swords. I said, why am I your second favorite? Why? I said it was bullshit already, didn't I? Rewind. I said this was bullshit. Otherwise, if you did what you had to do, then you get on with it and you don't get defensive about it. You're fine with it. You're at peace. You move on. This person's not at peace. Why? Because this 7 of Wands is bullshit. 7 Swords. See? Bam. I got to mic drop that. Boom. My card drop. I rest my case. So you got communication. I suggest you deal with it. I know you want to sit in the woods and dream about your Knight of Cups. I know every time this person, whoever it is, friend, family member, ex, pops in your head, you get angry. It ruins your peace. They're living rent-free. And as soon as you get quiet, they come in. I get it. Happens all the time. This is very common. You'll often hear people say, I'm okay during the day, but at night, I have problems, right? When everything's quiet and everything's nice and dark, that's when the demons come in. This is your little demon here. You can dream about that all you want, but you'll fuck this up if you bring this little demon with you, right? I don't have a devil here, but you catch my drift. What's on top? Ace of Pentacles. Why is that here? This person's defensive. They chose you over something practical. They did. And now they're defensive, but they feel the need to defend it to you. So it's like this. Why is that here? Yeah, 3 of Pentacles, right? They actually want something with you. That's the bullshit. That tells us what the bullshit is. They actually want to be friends. They want to be partners. They want you in their life. Okay? But here's the thing. Perfect card read. Even right down to the bullshit I mentioned. But here's the thing. With this, They want to defend what's this conversation about and why you're probably getting annoyed, right? Why you probably like, I don't even want to have this, Steve. It's going to be like talking to children, and I'm this big grown up here. They're not going to understand, right? I got it. But it's why you don't want to talk to them, because they want to come in and defend something they did what they had to do, supposedly, which is bullshit. Now they're going to come in and defend not being with you, choosing you over this big giant pentacle, or these 8 pentacles, which add up to this big giant. I mean, they're gonna come in and defend what they had to do, and it's annoying. Whatever this is, whatever this conversation is that you have with this person, be it about love or something practical or whatever it is they chose over you, that they did what they had to do, whatever it is, it's annoying to you. It really does piss you off, and it's all a pile of shit. It's all a bunch of superficial roundabout, whatever it is. I can dig it. But I recommend that you have this conversation with them. I do. I recommend it. Plain and simple. Whatever it's about. It doesn't matter. I recommend that you have this conversation. For most of you, it is like an ex or something like that. It is. But a lot of people, even a lot of people who come to Steve Love Tarot, are having family problems. They have somebody in the family that, you know, that they don't speak to over a practical concern of some kind. It's coming to a head here. We can't take that anger with us into we can't. We need to be able, in the new energy, to actually be able to sit here and enjoy our day, right? And you're hell-bent on doing it, but the universe isn't going to let you leave. Remember the Knight of Wands, the in and out energy here, my prison yard energy with the fence around it. The universe, the energy isn't going to let it go. It isn't going to let you enjoy this. It isn't going to bring you this perfect Knight of Cups, or it will, but you'll ruin it. And you don't want that. All right? You don't want your peace ruined in the new energy. You don't want your peace ruined anymore. You're going to have a much better place to sit. You want to enjoy that new place. So whatever this is about, have the conversation. Right? What's the best way to handle it? With diplomacy. With empathy. That's the best way to handle it. Whatever it is. I don't know. I think just the conversation itself. I don't think a resolve has to be had. I don't have that here. I think just the conversation needs to happen. And then you're okay. And you're fine. But I think you're trying to avoid the conversation. And that's what I'm getting from the energy here. And that's the part where you get pulled back in. It doesn't matter how the conversation goes. All that matters is you don't avoid it. All right? Will the conversation ultimately, if it goes poorly, piss you off and you'll be back to running them under buses and putting 10 swords in them? Maybe. Maybe. But it's different. It's under a different energy at that point. It's a different frequency. So you're not trapped by it. In other words, the 8 of Swords goes away. Right? You still got the 5 of Wands there, but that's bullshit. 5 of Wands and the 8 of Swords were from the pre-shuffle. Okay? All right. That's your reading. Do what you want to do. Make your own decisions. But this is a pretty poignant reading right now. There's a lot going on out here. If you go check out the Reddit boards, you'll see it all happening around. You know, there's a lot of this going on. I'm not surprised this came up. It's Steve Love Tarot, so I'm tying it to a soulmate or an ex. But for some of you, this is a much deeper issue. Okay? All right. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. All right. Good luck.